Well, good evening, and welcome back to the Blackguard after our hiatus from yesterday. Hopefully, the server's going to stay up this time. Get ourselves some work rests and some stuff from people killing me. Happily days. I want to actually go and check on that, so... yeah. So, these handful of filthy hair doodads, you sell them at the... sell them. Use them to buy stuff from a dye vendor in the Inevitable City, who's down over near where you get the quest to go to Altdorf. And I was having a look. On the forums, and they have up on it how the different dyes look. So I'm gonna float my way over this way, and I have a choice of two. There's one that's called like Shimmer Red, something Shimmer Red, and the other one's it's like a slate or something that's called. And both of them look pretty good. But I'm trying to think of which to get. I have many fine goods. So it's this one and this one. I'm not sure which to go for. Now he is a blackguard, so I'm leaning to Harganeth Steel. But Shimmer Red does have a certain attraction to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get two of these and one of those. So, like, if we look at this, that's what it's going to look like. It's like a weird sort of browny red sort of... You can just sort of see the shimmer in it as you turn the light through it. So I quite like the idea of it. Harganeth Steel, it's like this sort of, I don't know, dark iron sort of look, which I think looks pretty good. Like on cloth, it looks like charcoal almost. So I have them in as a wee plan. I'm going to see if I can get any more of the hair over the next week or so. And from that, I'm then going to try and get out a few more of them, because I think it's not going to be for anything soon. It's probably going to be for when he gets his Sovereign gear, or whatever his endgame gear is going to be. Probably Sovereign, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So that's the plan at this stage. Fashion Hammer 2023. But yeah, I was just sitting flicking through it earlier and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool actually. So drink the old potions. Oh, we're already started. Mount up. Marauder's gonna be my pick. Stab the witch hunters. I need to get these points. Oh, another 9 rank 80. What do we need? We're at 82% at the minute, so we need another 34,000. So I'm hopeful we can get that tonight, and I'm also hopeful we can get a few more war crests, because I would like to get another piece of invader. I don't think it's going to be possible to get enough points tonight, but stranger things have happened. That was very nice. Burn! I think we're doing quite well here, actually. I mean, he did there exactly what I wanted him to do, which was get away from our healers. Ooh, 10,000. I didn't get the protection score there. I don't know what's going on. Uh, 62,000. Hey, I got it. What's that pushed us to? Ooh, getting closer. I've actually found I'm doing far better in the regular scenarios than I was in Canes and Brace, because I think all the pre-mades are running Canes and Brace to try and just take advantage of the extra renown. It's one of the things. I just love it. Ah, hey, Anonymous. Nice things, bud. Hopefully you got on okay with Star Wars. I'd love it if they properly separated out the um, pre-mades and the pugs for the scenarios, but I don't think it's on the cards, unfortunately. Flap, flap, flap. So we've 2 Archmages. And that's it so far. 2 Archmages versus a Chamois. This is gonna be interesting. Come here, Archmage. Feel the squirrely wrath of the Blackguard. Send you back down there. Another 9 Gilly. I think everybody was just waiting for tonight to level up. Hi, spawn campers. I may or may not have played for 11 hours straight. I'm taking it you're enjoying it then. I need to start getting these flags back. I do love it chosen with a great axe. It just looks perfect. I get to execute the enemies of the Empire wherever I see fit. Yeah, like the storytelling in it's great. I like it. It's a good looking game as well. Like it's not the fanciest of graphics, but it looks nice. Um, and like the story, especially in the vanilla game, is just amazing. Like once you get to the expansions, it's a little hit and miss in places. It's just one of those. I think it's like cost cutting and stuff like that. But some people love the the additional stuff, and others like me are just big fans of the starting stuff. Little Master, yeah, Kemval's great. He's really really fun. He, for some weird reason, he reminds me of the villain Jaws from James Bond, and I think it's like the big sort of underbite that he has. But every time I just see him standing there, I'm just like, that just looks like Jaws from James Bond. And maybe that's just me that's like that, but it's uh it's great. And that's the thing, he just he absolutely loves you just being evil. This Archmage is weaker than wet tissue paper. For a Shadow Warrior. He just jumped, fell straight down and died. Oh, they're all here. Ooh, 10k game. Hey, I even managed to get a kill. Go me. Death. That's good you're enjoying it though, bud. It's a great fun game. And the one thing I'd say to you is, I don't know if you've seen it my stream of it last night, but there's like little heroic instances that you can do. You get them from a wee terminal usually, but you'll also find like quest givers just in the wild. And if you do them, you get like a little box of like rewards. Ah, epic. Yeah. They're some of the best gear that you can get just to keep you leveling up well. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I'm late to the party. Yeah, like it's a very forgiving game when it comes to the content. Like there's some stuff that's like really over the top, but like even later on, like there's whole like little dungeon things that you can solo as a Sith Inquisitor if you're an assassin, because you can stealth through to the bosses and just blitz down the bosses. But it's great fun. It really is a good fun game. Like it's only glaring problem in my eyes is it doesn't have the same PvP focus that this game has. But if you can get past that, it's very rewarding. Launched him into space. I think everybody died. Getting good gear. Also, I like how I can solo capture stealth. I disapprove. I knew you would. I kill all who stand before me. I've played a little bit of RuneScape. To be honest, the sorcerer is such a fun class to play in it because if you go, well, I say if you go lightning spec, I realize you can't really go into specific specs, but it's so much fun just to like light stuff up constantly as like lightning. All I need is a fireball. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get one, bud. Sorry. Unless you hack the game to change lightning into fire. Challenge accepted. I don't think we've got anybody holding the other point, unfortunately, so I don't think this is going to work. Hooray! We blew up the thing. All of order survived. I just don't have the backup. The only thing I can try and do at the minute is try and hold them up. Anyway, I shall AFK a while. Take care, bud. Thanks for coming along anyway. Always good to have you here and have a chat. Oh, they all went boom. Surrender vote already. Gee whiz. Whack the tanks. Apparently I've completed the live event task. Let's probably kill X amount of players. I don't see anything else that's happened there. Nearly. It's been pretty close so far in terms of scoreline. They're winning in kills. I think they're quite happy about that, in fairness, to win by kills. That's where they're going to be getting the majority of their renown points from. Yeah, they're just going to sit in that point. They want to farm. Doesn't help our cause that there's people just standing this far out. they can all stand here and attack me as much as they want, but I'm kind of hoping it means that our guys are having an easier time blitzing theirs. Oh no, our guys have died or fallen back again. He's just sitting doing AoE heal, he might as well be a bot. This is where I wish I had the soul killer tactic, so I could just debuff his healing. Hey, okay. Oh, welcome back, bud. Let's go again.
I have opportunity. Perhaps
Dun dun. What was the other thing I completed? Because it said I completed something else. Oh, it must have been that. Night of Murder.
Haven't you got fighting to do?
So, this... Oh, I'm going to need to go and get more health potions. This is to do the next part of... this. I'm going to see if I can get over to here to buy the potions, or at least close enough. Where are we? 96% now, so we should be 66 soon.
The sound always ringing in my head.
Wait a minute.
Get your purse ready.
Get your purse ready. Alright, that should do. Also, Swotar's nice. When I refused to tell what the person I was working for was up to, they said, alright, I'll find someone else who will. You sure, buddy? I made sure no one else knows. Cool. That's trying to think of their name. Because my mind's just gone completely blank. The Imperial Agent storyline is really cloak and dagger, full on James Bond spy kind of story, and it's got lots of stuff like that in it. Spiked him. Lads, literally just stand here and cap the point. That's the most important thing at this juncture. Uh-oh. And dead. No one to backstab me if they're dead. I mean, it's a good way to go. What level did you manage to get your Sork to? $26. Ah, you're getting through it, right? Like, where are you up to in the class story? Working for people. Trying to remember, when did the... Trying to remember when the Inquisitor worked for people. What planet are you on? Will probably inform me better. I really am an apprentice. An apprentice woodworker. That's what you are. Hey, 66. Zashes people. Hey, we did it. Ooh, 14 and a half. Ah, quite recently got your shit. I get you now. Yeah. So you're leaving Drummond Cast for the first time. So your first planets you can go to are Balmora and Nar Shaddaa. Cool. That's a fun part of the story. I was never a huge fan of either planet, but the storyline is really, really good. So what do we need for the next level now? 202,000. Wow. It's going to take forever. uh, I hate it when everybody just jumps short. Blah, blah. I can really speak. Starts jumping parties. It's like, it's just so annoying. To victory! I always like to go the tunnel way to see if there's anybody coming the tunnel way. And if there's not, I can just slip in behind. And stand like a giant immovable object on the flag. Oh, this Bright Wizard's gonna hit that guy for doing that. Range DPS Blackguard. Yeah! That was all me. Whoosh! Bye! Run for cover. They action movied that to perfection. They were just ahead of that blast wave. Dagger of Truth. We did it. Come on, you're already tickling me. Ah, tickled to death. Yeah, it's really weird because some of them change like the meaning of it almost dramatically. Um, like I have the same thing that you have. It's like I don't fully appreciate it, but like with the amount of lines of dialogue they have, it's kind of there has to be some degree of expectation in it. Bye. Oh, so nearly. I thought he was a goner. Haha, I got one off the side. Just where is that Room Priest flying? He is, he's flying. Let's bring him down to earth. Bye. Some would say I get clipped. Protect the Zealot. So many times I play a Mark Mage and I get focused, my team just ignore it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was protecting the Zealot when we were around capping the points that time, but Um, it's just they're running all over the place. I don't get why they're fighting down here. Like they're just trying to farm kills or something. Yeah, double XP, double crest. Oh, we're at 10% already. I think we're getting a huge amount of renown out of this particular scenario. Like, the kills aren't huge. Yeah, 15,000. I was expecting more, actually. Yeah, that's half the problem with it, because, like, it was the same the other night. Um, there was one of the ones we were in, and you could tell that the other team just weren't interested in capping the points, but they were hell-bent on us not capping the points, if that makes sense. Just so that they could do all the extra farming. Keep forgetting to use the spike people's skull thing. It's not like there's much actually happening in the open world. Because that, I think, is just a fake tap. I think that's just been done to try and lure people away from Dragon Week. Um, Because if I'm sitting doing scenarios, and since I've completed that, what do you call it? The event quest thing. That one. The one that the Slaughter Hag gives you. I may as well go and wait in the keep. Because, like, looking at the numbers, it won't be long for Order to start sieging. Or that's what I would assume anyway. Oh, excuse me. Nearly choking myself to death with the excitement of climbing a mountain. There's no way I've just discovered that. I've been this way so many times. I don't get it. There's at times I like unlock things. I'm like, I'm sure I've been this way 5 million times before. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Very good. I like it. It wasn't even that big of a jump, and yet it took nearly half my health off.
Carry more well.
I have anything to flog. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. I think the rest of it's all stuff I need. Yeah.
A fine deal.
Always more to learn.
I love this tree, and it annoys me that I'm not specced into this tree. But this tree just gives me so much survivability, and I need this for enraged beating.
On to battle.
I would love it if enraged beating was just a core skill for the Blackguard. It would make life so much better. Because it's practically mandatory. Like with the way the Blackguard generates hate and the way its set bonuses work of if you have a 10% chance or something every time you hit something to increase your defenses. Enraged beating just blitzes both. What the? How are they behind us? This has been pretty much... Maybe another alt minute has passed. I don't know if I still do or not. I do have an alt Blackguard. Because I created an alt Witch Elf. And the plan has always been just to level her just solely through killing people. And I also created an alt Disciple of Cain. And the plan with her is to level her just with killing people. I created an alt Blackguard, and for her, it was going to be the same thing. And then I deleted her, and I might recreate her, but yeah, I don't know. Like I just enjoy alts. Like I can't lie. The problem with it is I probably wouldn't fancy playing an alt blackguard at the minute because I'm pushing this guy so hard in his leveling. Oh, we got it. I don't think we've anybody at our own point is the problem. Well, there's a rhino up in the Badlands again. Oh, order surrendered. Okay. First time for everything. 6.5k renown. Not amazing. Not terrible. It's a weird lineup for them to surrender against as well, because it was nearly all tanks on each side. Oh, there's a... Oh, here he is. How many more spikings do I need to do? 7. I need to try and remember that. I need to win one more Night of Murder scenario. And... oh, if I do that, then I'll complete this as well, and I'll get 50 work rests. So that'll work out quite well. You see, for me, I get order surrendering like once in a blue moon, because I always get thrown in against pre-mades. Whereas I'd say you're probably in the same boat from your side. You're getting all the Destro pre-mades. So your experience is probably the same as mine. I mean, that's a pretty cool look for a class. I don't know what you would call it. A Reaver, maybe, or something like that. Dark Elf Reaver. Raider. Something. Let's jump over to the Badlands. Try and get some of the RVR week stuff done as well. I play Discordant too. It doesn't stop me getting pre-mades. There's nothing more annoying than constantly getting pre-mades. And it's one of those things, if you ever bring it up, the only thing you ever get is, well, you should have a pre-made. It's like, I don't want a pre-made. I just want to roll up against a whole bunch of singletons like myself and just roll the dice and see who wins. You get 6-mans coming in. There's apparently a way that they can fudge the system. I don't know how it works, but that's apparently how it goes. And the system itself has apparently got a bias in it so that it'll automatically put pre-mades against singletons. Again, I don't know why. Didn't do it on live from memory, so I don't know why it does it here. It must have been something one of the previous Return of Reckoning devs did. All the Chosen. We're basically a team of tanks again. Probably. The problem with it is I think they'll end up killing off the game if they do that. Like, by all means, make things good for group players if that's what you're after, but don't annoy the solo players. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, there's one. Where'd he go? Superion. He's an aerial bot. And he flew like an aerial bot. Amazing. It's so much fun. Sorry, sir, you can't kill me. I hate this scenario. I agree, seriously. It's just full of pre-mades. But at least tonight, it feels like we're getting a little bit more joy with it. Come on. Oh! I very nearly Hollywooded it. I don't know, like, it's one of those... It's difficult really to judge what makes a good scenario, because like some of even the single capture point ones are horrendous, like Serpent's Passage, no, Temple of Isha. Um, like, there's times I'm just banging my head off the wall with that scenario because people just don't know how to play it. I hate Serpent's Passage where it's like run a piece back and forth. I'm not a fan of those. Um, Cap and Hold in Thunder Valley was fun. Um, but the Thunder Valley style wouldn't fit a map that doesn't have lava. Because I think some fights could just go on forever and ever. Um, I like Northern Watch. Northern Watch is a fun scenario, but I think I like Northern Watch just because it's so similar to the aesthetic of Tier 1. I was going to say I thought he had a healer somewhere. I'm going to make Superion fly like a true aerial bot. Be free, Superion. Be free. Oh, an Archmage. Hello, Archmage. Let's send you over there. Out of the way. Let's knock you down. God, I hope our guys are capping this. They're not. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Whoever saved that other flag. They're the true heroes. They wear capes. Yeah, that's half the problem. It's like they need to have something for doing the objectives. And like it's the thing I think I talked about it before. I'd like them to introduce like a scenario version of the RVR week where it's over the course of the week. And the only way you can build it up, because there's no influence gain in scenarios, so the only way you can build it up is objective score. And it would force people to do the objectives. Because like right now, nobody bothers doing them. And like all of these like weekend events and things like that all basically devolve down to let's just farm kills. So I think something that triggers only off objectives would be really, really good. And it would probably improve how people play scenarios in general. Oh, I don't think they're going to cap that in time. Uh-oh. Where on earth's all of our team gone? I think we've just been completely split apart. Like, I don't know where everybody's gone to. Because, like, this scenario looked like it was fully in the bag for us, and now it looks like we're going to lose it comfortably. Well, there's the surrender vote. It's me versus Superion. Heal me up, Buttercup. Oh, he's give up completely. I think they've give up completely as well, because they were sitting there when I last came this way. They had 52 kills. I think they did quite well out of that. Yeah, I've apparently unlocked part of my tier 3 stuff here. I don't know if this... I don't see a RAM indicator, so I assume that this is field? This will help me complete my quest a little bit. He's good looking, Knight of the Blazing Sun. Quite like that armor. How many more of those do I need to do? 5, I think? Oh no, 3. Okay. I always feel bad about staking people because it gives off like a wrong vibe. It's like those idiots who just sit and run around going /LOL. Ah! Vanished before I could do it. Oh, there is another ram being deployed. Oh, fisticuffs over here. I need to start remembering. I'm not part of the warband, so I don't have healers. What I do have is a particular set of skills. Skills that will get me AoE hits on people. Huzzah! Another one complete. Don't sign up for Kane's Embrace because I need another winning Kane's Embrace. Problem with it is, I think I could probably play the rest of the night and I still might not get a winning Kane's Embrace. Oh, we've got some DPS this time. What are we up against? 2 of each type of warder healer. Slayer, an engineer, and some tanks. Versus our 2 healers. Oh yeah. This could go badly, I think. Maybe? Let's be positive. It's gonna go great. Best scenario yet. I just want one win, then I can be done with it. I recognise the name for the next one, Blood of the Black Cairn, but I can't for the life of me remember what Blood of the Black Cairn was like. I have it in the back of my head, it was like a Shadowlands themed one. I hope I get some reinforcements. He's just got another healer. Another DPS. A DPS that's actually going to do damage. Go away. Okay, it's getting ridiculous now. I'm basically fighting the other team. Like, can we please get back to the task at hand, which is taking their point? This is quite funny that they can't kill me. Now there's proper Destro here. Hey, they've had an Archmage, a Slayer, an Engineer, and a Warrior Priest. Still couldn't kill me. I'm like Mr. Burns, I'm invincible. I'm dealing okay damage. It's just they have 2 healers, so they can heal through my okay damage. I spread my wings in a threatening posture. Paka! Paka! I don't know what sound Pegasus make. I'm like a battle star and a base star all in one. Spiky like a battle star, or like a base star, and the name of a battle star. Hello, my friends. Do you remember me? We're back. So rude. There we go. Now, you have a nap and go for a wee walk. You and I will have a lovely conversation about how you can't kill me. It's basically the old gang again. We've got the Archmage, we've got the Rune Priest, we've got the Warrior Priest. Loving life. My lads, if you could all just vacate like so. Delightful. And this is their problem. They just build me up to massive amounts of defensiveness, and then our guys just run in and muller them all. And this is the thing, without his constant healing, his health starts to tick away. Yoink. I'll make you walk out of the circle. Whee! I'll make you out of the circle. Slowly but surely gaining ground. Oh, we're starting to lose the other one. Don't know how, considering we've got half their team here. Yep, that's right, you stay out of the circle. Ah, oh, crap, I wasted it on the turret. I thought I had him targeted. Do you have anybody capping that with their flag? Nobody. They're all here. I think time is going to run out here before anything. I'm gonna go and get the other point. Only 30 seconds left, but sure. Don't think I can even uncap this in the time. Hey, we completed it. 14,500 rounds, not bad either. Oh my. As a hill spec warrior, is the NG also tank spec? I think he's whatever the equivalent of Demo was. Yeah, well, that's the reason I do it. Is if I can tie up an entire party, then to me that's just a win, because surely then Destro can beat everybody else, or at least you'd like to think that they could. So many stars I stand on the flag of my Archmage with the tank watching my entire range party be out of the flag. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one problem with it. It's like there was one, I can't remember whether it was yesterday afternoon or Friday, but there was 30,000 renown in it, and it was 30,000 renown for like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. The scenario went on, which was really, really good. But it's been the only one that's been like that. All the 14 and 15k ones have taken forever. And then most of them are over quite quickly, and it's just like 1 to 3k. So it's not been great. And like that's the thing, the Thunder Valley one the other week was really good because like you were getting on average 10k per scenario. So you could literally set your watch by. You were doing a level every sort of hour or so because you were just getting through so many of them. Oh, we're a quarter of the way through towards 67 already, so that's going pretty well.
You again.
Oh, no, not that one. It's not that one either. It's this one. So this is now complete. This one, I need to slaughter keep defenders, kill players while under the fascination, and do Blood of the Black Iron, which I think is during the week or next weekend. I'm not sure which. I don't know what it counts. Oh, it's capture a keep. I was going to say I don't know what counts for it because I've killed people in keeps already. So it's when you capture a keep. Okay. Shrine of Cain. I found a Shrine of Cain, but I haven't found any players while I've been under the effect of it. So that's another one to do. What's that? Harvest Cloak. Argonath Cloak. Screaming Skull. Essence of Cain. I wouldn't mind getting that to have, because I don't have a event accessory item. So if I can get... I'll probably get it by doing the Blood of the Black Cairn. Because, well, I might get it with doing the Keep Defenders bit, actually, looking at it. But we'll see how it goes. Oh! We're up to 360 crests. Or 359, I should say. That's pretty good. I don't know what the next piece of... I don't know what the next piece of gear for Invader is I need. So, gloves, hands, chest, head. So, gloves and feet are 400 and something and 500 and something, I think. This is where I really need to get this up, because if I could get these, I could probably get another piece. But I don't think we have time. Open World's been really slow for the last couple of days. To be fair, I didn't get to play last night either, which probably hampered it slightly. Guessing they're here because of the scenario, or the event. Although it's kind of weird to have Kane's blades in here because this is like the inner sanctum of chaos, so I'm not entirely sure Terzanic would let enemy guards into his palace. This is something I'm interested in getting at some point. Probably not yet. I'll get my Invader stuff first, but I want to upgrade my shield to that. I'm now at a level where I can do it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, 444 for them, 515 for those. Helmet would be good to get. Chest piece. It's really just armor, like stat wise. Stat wise, really, the Vanquisher one's better. But again, it's a huge amount of crests. That's why I wouldn't even tell my scenario when I see my Destro teammate try to solo cat behind us. I just go and stand on the fly next to my Archmage. Yeah, to be honest, people do that to me, and all I do is I knock them away. And then I think the cooldown in this is like 20 seconds. The removal of their immunity is like, I think it's 30 seconds. So I just punt them away as far as I can get them. Cap those extra few points. Wait, they come back. Cap a few points. Wait, they come back. And I just do it that way. You could try to knock me away, but the likelihood is I'm going to block or disrupt it. Yep, but that's the thing. If I'm standing there and there's a healer there with me, I'm taking a healer out of the game and capping a point really slowly. So surely by doing that, Destro should be able to defeat the other order and come and save me. But it doesn't always work out that way. It's usually just a case of wave of order come running back and I'm like, hi. How am I tying up all of these and Destro are in full retreat? Oh, it's Chico time. I've made that joke before. What are we up against? An Archmage, a Rune Priest, a bunch of Slayers and Engineers. That's a really weird lineup. Although we're almost mirroring it. Like if we had Magus instead of Sorks, we'd be practically mirroring theirs. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know why that is either. It's a really strange. It's a really strange thing because like I don't understand why. Bye. I was killed by a Slayer. Yeah, that Archmage went out to sea. Managed to get back pretty quickly, so she must have like landed on this rock or something. Destro needs more pulls. This is half the problem though, it's like we have all of the stuff that brings people closer to us, but we've no healers. To be honest, what I think they should do is I think they should take the pull off the chopper and restore the Magus pull to the way it was when the game first launched. Like, the original Chaotic Rift was amazing. It literally pulled everybody. And I mean everybody. It pulled your side, it pulled their side, and it put them all in one spot. So everybody had collision and couldn't move off that spot easily. And it pulled, like, there was no limit to the number of people it pulled either. So if you were within range and you didn't have, well, there wasn't an immunity back then either. So if you were in range and you didn't block it or disrupt it, you got pulled. And then I think they capped it to like, what was it, 24 people or something like that it had to be. And then it was 12 people. And then I think it was reduced to 6, I want to say. And then it couldn't put you in one spot, it could put you only in like a, what's the word I'm looking for? A wee circle. And it just went on and on and on, stuff like that. It was like, it was really weird. Like, that original one was fantastic. And the thing with it was, there wasn't that many Magus either. So, it was like, yeah. And Slayer's Rampage. See, I don't know enough about Slayers to know, because like everybody always just rhymes on about Rampage, and Tosh, when I've been on his streams a couple of times, he's been talking about it's some other ability everybody should be up in arms about. I just like, it's Slayer. It swings axes around and hits people. Like, let it just swing axes around and hit people. I don't really care too much. Yeah, no, but like, it's the whole thing. They can ignore block and parry. Fine. But they're weak as anything when they're berserk. So, like, should they not have something like that? Like, I could see past that if a Slayer was the same as, like, say, a Witch Hunter. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah. Well, you see, back then there was no Slayers and there was no Choppas and there was no Blackguards and there was no Knights of the Blazing Sun. So all that happened was you pulled everybody to a singular spot, and then all the Bright Wizards and all the Sorks started doing their AoE, and whoever happened to be better at AoEing won. And because everybody had CC and there was no immunities, everybody was just knocking everybody else down and silencing them and everything else. It was glorious. And that's why it was called Chaotic Rift, because it could quite easily just get your own team killed or their team. And like, it makes sense. Why would your team be immune to like a giant rift opening and pulling everybody to a spot? Destro nowadays is a walking rift. To be honest, the only reason that the Choppa has that is because clearly when they were in their design meeting, they all sat down and said, well, we have to get a call back in for Predator. We have to have get to the Choppa. What can get to the Choppa mean? But the one that really annoys me most of all, and it annoys me just from a lore perspective, is the Magus's spec for ability called Perils of the Warp. Because Perils of the Warp is supposed to be a demon coming out of the warp as you're casting. And it like tries to pull you into the warp and eat you, effectively. And now it's just a disarm. And that's the one thing I don't like. Like, the Magus with the disarm's really good. Magus having the disarm, fantastic. Perils of the Warp should be, if you cast magic while Perils is on you, you take massive damage. Like, utterly massive damage. And like, it would be a fantastic thing for a Magus to have as well. There you go, focus fired. If I believe if they made up Mara can't start walking away from the target after initially pulling a check line of sight more often, it would be solid. I don't get the Marauder hate around pull. And again, it's probably just like my experience with it, but like in my Marauder, my pull fails all the time. Like there's times I'll have someone sprinting away from me and they'll run out of range and I'll still pull them. But at the same point, like I'll get killed by archmages with that weird laser beam that they do, and it's hitting me after I'm well out of range. And like it's the same like my Magus, the Indigo Fire of Change keeps going when someone moves out of range, and I've killed people that way. And nobody ever complains about any of those. I think it's just because the Marauder pull pulls you back. But for me, like, I'll have people, they'll literally hop over a rock like this, and I'll go, oh, failed. I'm like, I can still see them, and they're well within range. No, it's failed. Maybe I'm also biased because I played on live with the White Lion pull, and the White Lion pull was ridiculous. The Lion would literally run 150, 200 feet away from the White Lion itself, and then flick you back even though you're behind a rock or a wall or something like that. And you'd be just sitting there going, this is ridiculous. Problem is, CC in the form of pulls is one-sided to Destro. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And if I knew anything about the order abilities, there'd probably be stuff in there that's one-sided the order as well, but I don't know of any, so I can't say one way or the other. It's the weird thing with the game, because, like, I've said this to a few people, where it's like, it's kind of asynchronous because they wanted it to be unique for each side, but still balanced. But the problem with it is, everybody always complains that they want something from the other side. And anytime you suggest to somebody, well, why don't we just look at the pairings of the classes and go, right, who prefers, like, I don't know, who prefers Magus, who prefers Engineer? And whichever one wins out, the other one becomes a copy of it. And nobody likes that idea because then the game becomes too boring because everybody's got the same stuff. And it's like, you can't win. It's the one thing I'm interested to see with their ability rework stuff, because it's going to go back to essentially what it was in Live. And Live, at the end, from what I can remember anyway, was pretty balanced. The main crux of the complaints was Magus and Engineer needed a rework, which I think they were working on. Sorks and Bright Wizards constantly had fights over some ability, and I can't remember for the life of me what the ability was. It was something how it scaled with intelligence or something like that. But I always remember them like getting into heated debates about, oh, it works better for Bright Wizards and Sorks and yada yada yada. What was there was something else. There was something else was always the crux of the matter. I think it was like Rune Priests and Zealots coveting the Archmage and Shami rework. Because Archmage and Shami basically went from being useless classes to amazing. Like how people debated about how the bug tactic was better for witch hunters than on witch elves. Probably. I didn't really know much about that other than I think it was around about October time somebody said, oh, witch hunters can run 5 tactics. And I was like, huh? Is that why there's so many of them? Regen needs a rework, in my opinion, and also the effectiveness calibration between offensive and defensive stats. Regen's a weird one. I think regen's primarily an issue because witch hunters and witch elves are basically abusing it. The other thing is, like, if I had my Blackguard or a defensive Ironbreaker lined up with loads of HP regen, it would be nigh unkillable. And again, like the difference between offensive and defensive, it all comes down to how they want the game to play. Like, they may want it to be more defensive focused to sort of draw out fights because there's less people, or they may look at it from a point of view of we want it to be more offensive so that fights are quicker and we just get them out of the way more. Yeah, I like the fact that you can have really defensive tanks. Look at Dahaka. He is a tank that does more DPS than a DPS class. I have no idea who that is, but I have seen like some two-handed tanks doing crazy stuff. But again, you could say the same thing about the Archmage and Shaman. They're healers that are doing better DPS than ranged classes. Like an Archmage has got more utility and burst damage on its locker than my Magus does. And then it's backed up with a load of healing. I've seen endgame blackguards outdamage witch elves, but then again, witch elves go for low damage specs. Yeah, that's the problem. It's like you've got DPS classes going for tank specs and tanks going for DPS specs. Like, I think it's supposed to be, well, from reading the forum, for how much truth you can find in the forum, the optimum defensive spec for the Blackguard is actually a glaive. It's a glaive you get from, I think it's one of the PvE dungeons, because it has the equivalent of active defenses on it, along with, I forget what the other thing is on it. It's like a percentage on hit chance to deal extra damage or something. I can't remember. But I don't know. It's just it's strange how some of the stuff's worked out. Like the Blackguard doesn't really have very much in its repertoire that works with a shield. It's got this knockdown and it's got this spec for ability. And that's it. If you ignore the hold the line ability. Everything else is all geared towards using a glaive. Yeah, like to a degree, I think you're right. Um, I think part of it is as well is they're currently in a scenario where the game's not really balanced based on like how it should be, if that makes sense. The game's like it's somebody's idea of how they want it to be. And I think that's one of the good things about the rework that they're doing is if it fully goes back to if it fully goes back to how it was on live, that's at least a little fairer. Well, he chose to come down at a bad time. Ah, shite, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm just really interested to see what they come up with. Oh, we've got a few more have joined us. This guy guard. Oh yeah, good point. Flappy flap. Well, we certainly have number advantages. Doesn't always guarantee success, mind you, but it's something. Don't think the ram's going to do much job if it's pointing sideways, mind you. Up, buff, take. What? I see you find the moats. Ah. The weird thing about it is when I was creating them, I was looking at them at like proper size. I was like, yeah, that's really legible. And then when you see them in chat, like the hello there's fine. The guillotine, you can just about make out what it is. Uh, Caution snipers isn't the most readable. The Magus Power ones, pretty much what it says in the tin. But the one that really annoys me is like the don't hit the tank one. It's like all you can see is like it's a weird silhouette of an iron breaker and you can't read the text. I think I did them over the Christmas period, so I think I was kind of drunk when I was doing them. I really need to redo them at some point, in fairness. But it was more of a thing. I was going through all the Twitch settings and I was like, oh, this is something I didn't even realize I could do. Let's do that. It was the same as the wee channel points thing down in the bottom. I was like, oh, what's this? What's this thing I can do? I probably should do that. And then there's nothing quite like the mental block where you're sitting there and you're going, okay, what can it be? Because it gives you loads of default ones. It's like hydrate and stand up and all these things. It's like, that's so boring. And like, it doesn't really matter if you tell me to hydrate, because you can't see me hydrate. The same if you say stand up, you can't see me stand up. So it's like, why? He'll hydrate. Focus the door. Like, in fairness, you can only have 4 people in the RAM. I wouldn't redeem hydrate or stretch to see the streamer do it, but more of a reminder, healthy habits are good. Yeah, very true. That's the thing, I used to be better at that back when I started. Like, I used to take, I think it was on the hour, every hour I would do a thing where I would stand up and I would walk around for a bit and I would put on the be right back message. But the problem with it was I find it was like, it was breaking up the stream too much. And like, it was one of those things that you always used to see it as like, as soon as I would do that, it's like, just everybody leave, because nobody wants to sit and watch a be right back message. They want to sit and watch content. but the stream is worth your health. In fairness, like, I sit for longer than I do when I'm doing one of these streams. So when I'm at work, I'll sit for longer hours than I sit here. Um, and even on an evening, like if I wasn't streaming, I'd probably be sitting. Now, the one good thing is like the chair I sit in for doing this is pretty ergonomic. So it's not terrible for me. And I do go for multiple walks throughout the course of the day, so it's not the worst thing in the world for me, but like it's not brilliant, but at the same point it could be a lot worse. Yeah, well that's the view I take on it. Is like I sit for far longer periods at other times, so sitting for like 2 to 3 hours on an evening is not going to be hugely damaging. If there's going to be any sort of issues caused for me, it's going to be work. Yeah, I know. To be honest, the longest period of time I'm probably sitting for is, I'd say, about 3 to 4 hours. Because there is different times, obviously, during the working day where I get up to sort of go to the bathroom or go and get a drink or something like that. So it does get broken up here and there, but um, realistically speaking, I think it's more of an issue if you're just constantly sedentary as opposed to for a few hours each day. Like, that's just me spitballing it. I'm not a medical professional, so I don't know. Oof! 15 hours. I don't think I could do 15 hours. I'd be climbing the walls. I'm lucky enough, I live close by to the coast, so I try to get out for a walk along the coastline every now and again. Get some sea air in the lungs and get some miles under the legs. I see a fancy blackguard who doesn't allow you to inspect him. It looks to be sovereign. Yeah, I'm the same as Rusio. I'm addicted to tea. I'm just forever going and getting tea. Oof. That's a long time, Anonymous. What you need to do is you need to get yourself a laptop that can play it and then lie down in bed and play it that way. To hell with laptops. Okay, get a big ass TV, connect your computer up to it, get a wireless keyboard and mouse, and play it from bed. To hell with electronics in the bedroom. Get a sofa bed for your gaming room. I will find a way around it. I was saying what you could do is you could get a sofa bed and put it wherever your computer is. And then you've got a bed, but you don't have electronics in the bedroom. Boom. Lawyered. Okay, get a hammock. Open a door, hang it through the door. Hammock gaming zone. I don't know. We'll have to think of something. This is going to be the point Anonymous tells us, like, he literally plays and watches these things in, like, a tiny closet. Ooh! This guy looks fancy in his invader gear. Oh no, it's Victorious. Well, and Victorious looks the same as Invader. That looks really cool. I like that design. Yes, this was one of the glares I was talking about. Like, on defense, 25% chance to increase your parry, evade, and disrupt by 10%. That's really good. If I had a closet to put my PC in, I would. It's certainly up there. I would say that the Magus probably pips it, in my opinion, but it's a really good looking class, I'll give it that. %25 chance on defense. I pushed in and nobody else did. How dare they? It just says on defense. So I assume it's basically any time you defend against an attack. Unless it means on being hit, but I don't think that would count as on defense. And like 25% chance would be obscene if it was on being hit. So I assume it's if you like block, disrupt, parry, etc. Yeah, Xerxio. That's what I think it is. I think it's just if you do any of those. Because the one at the minute for this is on attacking. So if you're getting an on attack chance to increase it by that amount, and you've also got an on defense chance to do about that, like with the Blackguard's tactics that bump everything up, like you could be well up to around about 80, 90, 100% parry and block and disrupt and stuff, depending on what tactics you've slotted. I assume it does, and that's why people use it so heavily. Are these guys not even bothering to push in? So I had seen something the other day, I think it was on Discord. Somebody was saying that resistances and armor things only stack if it's an ability and a tactic. So for example, two abilities won't stack in each other, but like say an ability from one class and a tactic from another class will. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a rest. Jesus Christ, I'm not even paying attention. I lasted long. Charge. Reduce their chance to block and parry. We're just not getting in. Oh, My game's crashed. It'd be nice to know the things in this game. How does everything work and does it work? Yeah. Kind of goes back to what we were saying the other night. It's like so much of it is based on like um like just perceived knowledge from the user's point of view. It's like it's one of the things like they don't make games like this anymore. Everything's handheld. Um in that, you know, they'll tell you everything that you need to know.
I have opportunity.
Gem of Fell Whispers. Oh, my other one's run out, that's why. How are we doing in the Elder 9? 26%. So we've only really got like 1 or 2% out of all of that. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like some of it. I think some of it comes down to the fact that they changed an awful lot of it over the first couple of years. Like, there's nothing really in the game about immunities because immunities wasn't something that they had in initially. So they did like a blog post at the time that talked in depth about immunities. So the only way you actually know anything about immunities in the game is from that blog post. And it's the same for an awful lot of the other stuff. A lot of it's covered in either their production video podcasts or their old blog on their website, which obviously you can't see anymore because the website's been taken down, and stuff that they talked about in interviews. Yep. All the warband spots have been taken. To be honest, there's decent enough stuff on the Return of Reckoning wiki, but the issue with it is, like, you have to know what it is that you're looking for and where it is. And not all of it's relevant, up to date information either, because there's there's stuff in it that just doesn't relate to how the game is anymore. So like on the equipment pages, it still talks about what is it? Royal crests and invader crests and stuff, which obviously don't exist anymore. It's all war crests now. Ah. No, push is stalled. This is the problem. You get people who just stand in the doorway. Good defense from Order, though. Like, they were horribly outnumbered. Whenever I try to Google almost anything about the game, Google won't even give me anything related to the game. Yeah, it's it's primarily because it's just a private server game now. Most of all the old Age of Reckoning stuff's not really relevant anymore, and what is there is usually I guess the French sites mostly still have all of their stuff that's relatively recently on the first few pages of Google. Um, a lot of the stuff now, because it's so old and it doesn't get the hits, is quite far down in the search rankings, or just on sites that don't exist anymore. Like, there was so much info about the game that existed purely either on the Mythic website or on Warhammer Alliance. Like, Warhammer Alliance just to have everything you could think of on it. Right, what time are we at? 9:45. So I'm going to call it there, I think, guys. I don't have enough time left to do another keep push, unfortunately. Um, so I think that's gonna be me. So we're up to a quarter of the way through to 67. So hopefully by this time next week we'll be 67 and we'll have enough WordPress to get another piece of Invader gear. And oh, I got another one of those, so I'll be able to get another die. I'm going to be back tomorrow night, and I'm tempted. I'm tempted to play the Magus tomorrow, but I might play this guy again. I haven't quite decided yet. I'll wait and see what tomorrow brings, just to see which one I want to do. But I'll have a wee look here and see if there's anybody else streaming. Is there? Is there? Oh god, there's a load of people on tonight. Let's see. We'll do that. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have fun with SWTOR. You seem to be enjoying it anyway now, so it's good that you've got another game to play. But yeah, thanks so much for coming and watching. Thanks for Cersio Anonymous keeping me company all night chatting away. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have a nice day tomorrow, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow night. But until then, take care, all the best, and good night. See ya.